All right, this is Mr. Wyrick. I'm here at home trying to prep you for Monday, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of walk you through the Unit 7 test so that you can do your corrections. So right off the bat, question number 1 was a formula chart. So if you had your review, you didn't have to worry about using this formula chart. If not, it was just something you could refer to. I don't think it was worth any points, so you just picked something on it or didn't leave it blank. It shouldn't have affected your score. Question number 2, which three-dimensional figure does not have a possible circle cross-section? You need to make sure that anything about it does not have a circle, so you can leave the cone, the sphere, and the cylinder out of there, and that should get you where you need to go. Question number 3, a rectangle will be rotated about line L. Remember, if we take a rectangle and spin it around in a circle, it essentially makes a cylinder, but this one is out from the line. So we're going to have an opening in the middle of that cylinder. So it should be this cylinder with a hole through the middle. Question number 4, Jameson found blueprints for a rectangular dog kennel with a floor that was 8 feet by 6 feet. He plans to create a larger kennel by doubling the dimensions. How many times the perimeter of the original? Okay, so perimeter is all the sides added together. So for the original, it's 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8. You put that all together. For the new one, if it's double, that would be 16 plus 12 plus 16 plus 12. And then compare those and go ahead and answer that question of how many times it's been multiplied by. Bryson plans to paint a portrait of his family. He draws a sketch of his design to determine the amount of canvas he needs. The area of his sketch was 0.3 square feet. If the painting will have dimensions 5 times that, how many square feet of canvas will Bryson need? Remember, if it's 5 times the dimensions, that's 5 times this side and 5 times this side. So when we go for the area, it's 5 times 5. So it will need to be 5 times 5. Size is bigger. And then you multiply that by the area of the original. Question number 6. Katie plans to paint the entire surface of the box. First off, you'll need to convert that 1 foot to inches because everything is going in inches. And the surface area, there is a formula on your formula chart. What you probably should do, though, is just kind of imagine a picture of it, net it out. So you need to take 10 times 12 for one side, 10 times 12 again for another one. 18 times 12 for the front, 18 times 12 again for the back, and 18 times 10 for the bottom, 18 times 10 for the top. And then just add those all together. That's the surface area. The roll of paper, about how much cardboard is needed to make the inner tube for a roll of paper. If the tube has a radius of 2.25 and is 25 centimeters long. So you're looking at surface area, and it's just lateral surface area because there's nothing on the top. So you need to go pi times the radius times 2. And that'll give you the circumference of that top one, and then multiply that by the distance between those two holes, and that should give you that surface area. Hopefully you were following along on your formula chart and you got that one right. You don't have to correct it. Okay, the big sphere here on question number 8. It has a diameter of 87 feet. So right off the bat, you need to cut that in half because that's a diameter. And we always work with a radius. And I believe it's 4 times pi times the radius squared for the surface area of a sphere. So just go through that. Remember, it's in terms of pi. So really, you just need to square the radius and take it times 4. So take that 87, cut it in half, square it, take it times 4. Use a calculator. It'll help. Question number 9. A right circular cone and its dimensions are shown. Which of the following is closest to the volume? Use 3.14 for pi. I would have just used the pi button on the calculator. Remember, it's pi times the radius squared times the height times 1/3. So it has a diameter of 24. That's a radius of 12. You'll need to square that. You'll need to multiply that by pi. And then you'll need to multiply that by the height, which is 36. And then either multiply that by 1/3 or divide it by 3. That'll get you where you're going there. Question number 10. If the volume of the cylinder is 40.5 pi cubic centimeters and the height is 4.5, what is the length of the diameter? So you'll take the volume, divide it by the height, and divide the pi out of there. You can scratch that pi out. Whatever 40.5 divided by 4.5 is, that's pi times the radius squared. And we take the pi out of there, that's my radius squared. So take the square root of your radius squared to get the radius, but it is asking for the diameter. So you don't need just the radius, you need both of the radii together to make that diameter. Hopefully you didn't get lost in all of that. You can always pause this video, back it up, and listen to what I say again. Question number 11. Question number 11. What is the total volume? So the volume of the rectangular prism is going to be 3 times 3 times 12. Okay, so just those dimensions. On the top part, you're going to go 3 times 3 times 3 times 1/3. Don't leave that 1/3 off. It is a pyramid, which means it's 1/3 the area of the base times the height. Follow that formula chart. It's always good times when you do that. Question number 12. 2 cylindrical paint rollers are shown. Roller X has a height of 8 and a radius of 1. Roller Y has a height of 4 and a radius of 1/2. Marjorie wants to compare surface area of just the painting surface, i.e. the part of the roller that will touch the wall. This is lateral surface area, but it's just, it's giving you a dimensional change, and the dimensional change from Y to X is doubled. If that is doubled, we got double on this side, we got double on this side. When we go for the area, it's 2 times 2, and whatever 2 times 2 is, that's what we would multiply by here. So that's a pretty quick answer on that one. Question number 13, the last one. I hope so. I hope it's Mai created a scale model of a shoe store her company plans to build. The ratio of the model's dimension to the dimensions of the actual shoe store to be built is 1 to 20. If the volume of the model was 35 cubic feet, what is the volume of the actual shoe store that Mai's company plans to build? So again, we have a ratio here. One side is going to be 20 bigger, and we're talking about volume. So we need 20 times 20 to get the area of the base, and then times 20 again for the height. So you'll take that 20 and you'll cube it, and then you'll need to multiply it by that area because it's a ratio of our area. We need to multiply that by, not the area, the volume of that scale model. Okay, so a lot of multiplying there. Again, 20 cubed, 20 to the third power, and then you multiply that by that 35 to get your answer on this one. Very similar to the scale models that we had before. Hopefully that gets you through your reviews, and we'll see you back on Thursday, but I'll be sure to drop some more videos to get you where you need to go through this week. Thanks.